Capricorn, welcome to your general love reading. I hope all is well and fabulous for you. We are excited. It's the last week in this thing. Yay! But I'm also unfortunately under the weather, so lower voice, lower affectation, all that jazz. Yeah, so for those folks out there who still insist they can't hear me, they can't hear me, they can't hear me, well, you're going to hear me even less today. P.S. Turn up your volume. There you go. That's usually the simplest solution I find. Of all the things people still give me shit about, it's the damn sound. Somebody tried to get into argument the other day about closed caption, baby. It's either not available on your device, or you don't have it turned on. It has nothing to do with me, because on all YouTube videos, they're preset to, yes, closed caption. You have to go out of your way to turn it off. Anyway, I tell you, people love to argue about the stupidest shit. Capricorn, and that's when you just like, I want to punch you in the face. But we're tired, and we can't be doing that all day. Yes, happiness. Let's talk about happiness, shall we? If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm a little different and happy to be so. I'm a little extra, I swear. I express strong opinions, and I also have a sense of humor. If any of those things annoy you, we're probably not going to get on too well. Anything else, please? What else? We're working on our happiness, more or less the Four of Wands here, but lovely overall. Working on our happiness and our sense of freedom. Lovely. Being comfortable with ourselves first and foremost. Also getting to know yourself. Okay, happiness plus freedom there. Getting to know yourself, what it is that makes you happy, what it is that makes you tick. Okay, lovely. Okay, for some of you, yes, you're looking to start families. I just saw the fertility card. That's for some of you, not all of you. What else, please? What else, please? What else, please? What else, please? Trust. You have to trust yourself. Trust what you're learning about yourself, how you can apply it to your life and in love. Yes? Also value your friendships. Never neglect your friends. All right. Like it. I like it. You got to trust in your own sense of freedom, honey. Make your own decisions. Make your own way in life. You know, you have to trust in those decisions. It's not easy to walk alone. I know it's not. You have to trust in what you're doing. Have faith in it. Understand that the decisions you make for yourself are in regards to your personal sense of freedom, and they're meant to better you. You got to trust your instincts. What's going on here? Show me what I need to see, please, for Capricorn. Show me what I need to see, please. Show me what I need to see, please, for Capricorn. What's going on? And for those of you who are close or to a divorce, you know, congratulations to you. Trust that it's the correct thing for you. I know it's not a comfortable experience. But yes, some of you are, yeah, you're on the verge of having those papers confirmed, you know. Throw yourself a little party with your friends, your freedom party, yeah. Show me that recent past, please. That's for some of you, though. Recent past, Six of Pentacles, keeping things fair, balanced, on the level. Okay? Could be the representation of dating. Could be the representation of breadcrumbing. I don't know. Typically, the Six of Pentacles, the reason why it's associated with either of those is because, honestly, dating and breadcrumbing aren't too far apart. When you think about it, essentially, they boil down to the same thing. I'm giving you a little bit of energy. You give it back a little bit, but in a safe, practical, structured way, because we're getting to know each other. It shouldn't be crazy, right? That's why. It's only when, you know, it could just be straight up dating or a little bit of breadcrumbing. It's usually a combination of the two. You're meant to give a little bit back and forth, equal share. Or it could just be balancing out, paying the bills. We'll see. All right, current, please. Current. No, 7 wands try to pop out. Current, please. Current energy, please. Current energy. Ooh, 7 of swords. Why are we doubting? We got some secret thoughts here. What's going on? Why are we doubting so much? Show me Capricorn's individual energy, please. Independent. Temperance. Temperance. Healing. Wanting to make more of our world, to expand it, but we kind of doubt ourselves and our energy. I see. I see. Okay. I want to know what that 7 of swords is. You might have tried to dip your toe in there dating. I don't know if I'm ready for this shit, man. I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know. I don't know if I have enough patience. I don't know if I have enough healing yet. I don't know if enough time has passed. That's the vibe I'm getting. Who is surrounding? Who is surrounding? You might have some Sag in your chart. Who is surrounding? 5 of Wands. There might be some competition of you. Oh, Lord. Or the competition, you just don't like it. There's options out there, but you ain't interested in any of them. Okay, that's kind of making sense. You might have put yourself out there in the recent past and you're like, I don't think I like it. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm into it. It just seems to be a bunch of bullshit. I don't know. Maybe we're going to go back into temperance for a while. Continue to heal, keep an eye on the scene, but not really engage in it. Because it just seems like it's a bunch of nonsense. It's difficult nonsense, right? All right, show me that. Let's do a shuffle. Let's do the future, please. Show me 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 the future, please, for Capricorn. Show me the future, please. Show me the future, please, for Capricorn. What's going on? Show me that future, please, for Capricorn. King of Cups. Someone else, oh, pulled this in their opening as well on the future line. That was Taurus, your Earth cousin. What's in front of King of Cups, please? What's in front of the King of Cups? Ace of Swords. What is my truth? What is my happiness? Where does it lie? Where is self-contentment? Where am I emotionally stable? Two kings. King of Wands. Three of Wands. Interesting. Advice. How would you advise Capricorn, please? Page of Swords. Open up the lines of communication. That's interesting. Open up the lines of communication, Page of Swords, or study. If you feel like you don't know enough, then correct it, you know? Overall, we got two kings here in the future. I know you're in a place of healing and deep contemplation. The Hermit, Virgo. You might have some double or triple earth in your chart, honey. Overall, still in the place of contemplation. I think you dipped your toe in the water and you didn't like it. And you got out of that real quick, you know. You might have been seeing somebody or a couple of folks and you didn't care for it. You're just too many doubts here. I'm going to see what those doubts are. Okay. But, Temperance, you know, I have some Sag in your chart. I need to heal, I need to retreat, I need to think about this myself. I don't know if I'm ready. The person surrounding you, Five of Wands, perhaps there's too much competition surrounding their energy, or they're competing too hard for your attention, or it's just, it feels uncomfortable and combative, being external and internal. In the future, though, I am seeing what looks like two strong-willed individuals of equal measure, okay? Trying to discern the truth here. Between emotion and direction, ambition, passion, and love. Your advice is Page of Swords. Learn more or communicate. Open up the lines of communication with somebody. Your overall is the Hermit because you're quite quiet at this time. You're very quiet at this time. Hopefully it's healing with a purpose. Show me what I need to see, please, for Capricorn. Show me what I need to see, please, for Capricorn. What's going on? What's going on for Capricorn, please? Show me. There you are on the split with the Two of Cups. Show me what I need to see, please, for Capricorn. What's going on? Manifestation. Okay. Show me the Six of Pentacles in the recent past. How recent that is up to you. Take what resonates, leave it does not. If it's not your story, don't force it to fit. If it doesn't resonate at all, you know, sorry about that. Check your other placements, so I'll catch you on the next one. Easy peasy. Six of Pentacles, please. Show me that Six of Pentacles, please. There is blockage here. There was not enough movement. Okay. I feel like somebody was looking at the situation and they were not terribly convinced that this is the direction that they wanted to go. Curiosity was here, Page of Swords was here, we were looking at a situation, we were watching it, but ultimately blocked from it. Again, I just feel like I'm looking at a Capricorn who is trying to discover their own personal sense of freedom and happiness and to kind of trust themselves in this process, and you just couldn't. You were just not in a position where you could take something on, or you could meet it at face value, or meet it in a way that was equal or fair. We tried to with that Six of Pentacles energy. We tried to meet someone where they were that was equal and fair, but it still didn't. We were still blocking ourselves from really experiencing an experience, you understand me? It wasn't for lack of something being there. There was. But it was still blocked. It was still too minimalist. You see what I'm saying? It was too minimalist. With that Page of Sword over the Six of Pentacles, it was minimalist participation. Ultimately, the goal of emotional forwardness, which we would associate with the Chariot, was blocked, man. The intention was there, but it was like, I'm trying, I'm looking at this, but it was such a bare bones minimalist experience. We didn't really divulge ourselves. We just weren't in that place. We wanted to. There was some curiosity here. But ultimately you didn't feel like a free person. You don't feel like a free agent in this, that you could give yourself to it. Let's check that Seven of Swords and see what was holding up the freight train, as it were. Could be them. Again, reverse energies as it applies. Show me the Seven of Swords, please. Show me the Seven of Swords, please. Too many doubts. Too many concerns. Show me that Seven of Swords, please. I do believe you're trying to exercise your sense of personal freedom, but you couldn't trust yourself. Not fully, not like the Ace of Swords would suggest. You didn't fully trust the experience or yourself or your judgment. Show me that Seven of Swords, please. Where was the doubt stemming from? The Six of Pentacles. Meeting it all. Seeing this person at all. Why? Here twice. Why? Why doubt them? Dude, seriously, why? King of Wands. There's too much passion. I don't understand. Somebody was working so hard to keep their passion, their dream in check. Could be another person. Let me know if you're dealing with an Aquarius, Leo. Doing so hard to keep our passion and our dreams in check. Fair and balanced. Why the doubt? The feelings were so strong. Why the doubt? Why the doubt? Feelings were there. But it was taking too long to open up. Again, there's a trust issue. Trust issue with the self. Trust issue with the self. It's like somebody has a hard time embracing their own personal sense of freedom and happiness. I don't know if I can trust myself. I don't know if I deserve this. You know, something like that. It felt so intense with that King of Wands energy and the stars. It's not for lack of emotionality. On the contrary, there was something here, but we shied away from the opportunity, the chance. It required a leap of faith, and I feel like it's like I can't catch up to you. I cannot catch up to you. There's the feeling over here leading the way. There's the Fool in between these two knights. It's like this night, it's like I can't catch up. I can't catch up. I don't know how to I don't know how to be this guy. I know what I want. I'm looking at it, but I don't know how to be this guy. I don't know how to take that kind of chance, man. It's scary as fuck. Somebody doubts themselves so much, particularly where their own personal sense of happiness is involved. It's like, oh, if it makes me happy, I don't think I'm entitled to it. No way, no fucking way. Should that ever be a reality? You doubt yourself, honey. Even as you were meeting this person in a very practical, structured way, it was still blocked. It was still blocked. And it could be that King of Wands now here twice is the other person. Does not have to be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, but it could just be someone who's terribly ambitious, who is very directional. And if that's the opposite of you, I could see why you'd be attracted to it, because that's very directional, commanding, I know what the fuck's up energy, right? Someone who is ambitious, they don't take no for an answer. They keep going, they keep going, they keep going. They live by the fire, right? And it's like somebody's like, I don't know how to keep up with that. I want it, I want to try, but they are felt prohibited at the same time. Very prohibited, or possibly I should say inhibited, might be a better word. Temperance, give yourself more patience. You know, give yourself more patience. Perhaps you're not done healing. Because perhaps that trust is that you don't trust your own sense of freedom and own sense of happiness. What would make Capricorn happy? You think that's a simple answer? Everybody does. Until they're confronted with their object of happiness. And then you'd be shocked how many people shy away from it. Show me temperance, please. Show me temperance, please. Five of Pentacles. Oh, but we don't feel good. We don't feel good. We're trying to. You're trying to heal. Honey, but you're carrying too many burdens with you. There's you. Underlying that Ten of Wands. You're carrying too many burdens with you. We're disconnected from what? What is Capricorn disconnected from? Your own sense of healing, possibly, about what it is that you deserve, possibly. That would be my first guess. Oh. Somebody who means a lot to you, but they might be a friend on the surface. Okay? Could be this character. Pisces, Sag, Cancer, Aquarius, Scorpio. You're disconnected from that person who might be a friend. They're only ever meant to be a friend. I could only ever know them as a friend, even though you have memories with them. Why are they a Five of Wands then? Show me the Five of Wands. Show me the Five of Wands, please. You wonder if they don't have perhaps competition surrounding them. Dating competition, lovers, that kind of thing. Okay, Three of Cups over the Five. Or it's just too damn difficult to get together with this person, but I don't think that's it. Because if there is a true relationship value here, you should have no problem meeting. So there could be a serious blockage here, much more than what I can see. And it has to be more than confidence, Capricorn. Come on, man. Do I deserve this? Oh my God. Yeah, so you might be that there is, you wonder if the hope's not over. The person surrounding it, you know, it could be that, yeah, you can't help but think that person has to be seeing other people already. Five of Wands, Three Cups, Knight of Wands. Perhaps you see their energy as being too loose, wild, and free. Perhaps you see them as just having fuck around energy. If that were true, I don't feel like it would be you trying to catch up to this person's emotions. And also, I don't think they'd be pulling a King of Wands twice. I really don't. That's... Perhaps you see their energy is just too loose and wild and free for you. Maybe you could not get comfortable with it. Perhaps because that's literally emotional and or sexual energy surrounding that person, Five of Wands. Perhaps you think they're just too difficult to get to know in that way or respect, or too many people are trying to get to know them, okay? And that you can't, I have to argue that because I can understand that you got disconnected from this person if you two just agreed to be friends, and I have to call bullshit because there's clearly Six of Cups between you two. So what happened? I don't know. This could be the one that got away. Because we had this idea of, I don't deserve this. Seven of Swords is too much self-doubt. I'm the one that blocked the connection from the very beginning. I didn't know what to do with it. I was the one who said it was a no-go. We were clearly seeing each other and I blocked it. I couldn't get comfortable with it. I let this person go. This could be that person. Sure. There was the potential of an emotional vehicle to carry this forward, but it got blocked. It got blocked. And my feelings were too slow to catch up. I didn't connect my feelings to the stars then. I didn't know how to. I didn't see this person as a future, or I didn't know how I could see myself in the future with this person. I don't know, but it's still self-doubt. Okay. You are still healing from this idea of the disconnect from somebody who means a lot to you, but they got reduced to a Three of Pentacles. It's like, you know, you have memories and emotions and a soul bond with this person, but you also don't get to access it. And from your point of view, their energy is just so competitive and strong-willed, and it just seems to be constantly preoccupied, possibly by other energies. It does look like competition in the classic sense. That's possibly your perspective, or for some of you, if you do meet this person, it feels like it's just sexually based and it causes you conflict. And you would like more than that, but you can't. Like it got set to a certain value and it's not going to go beyond that. It could be a sexual based relationship and you want more. I don't think that's it though, based on this history I'm looking at. I do see it more as their energy. It looks like there's competition surrounding them. A lot of people want their attention, their sexual attention, their emotional attention. I don't know that they're actively participating in that particular lifestyle. If they're a true King of Wands, probably not. That could just be your perspective. How true it is, I don't know. But what's this person doing? I'm just getting all nosy. No, I just asked a direct question. What's this person doing? They're not emotionally involved with anybody. Nope. Looks like they're working on other shit to me. I don't see them being emotionally attached to anybody. You know, they have a workable energy here. They seem to be focused on other things. That doesn't seem to be a priority to them. They don't seem to be emotionally involved with anybody. They're not trying to emotionally compromise with anybody. It's looking like they're working on an Ace of Pentacles to me. That's their energy when I asked a direct question. So your perception and their reality might be two different things. So how in touch you are with this person, I don't know. You know, it's like you can't help but think that they have to be dating people. They have to be seeing people. I just don't, I see them preoccupied elsewhere. I don't know. They say that's why I often have to tell people, especially when I do private client work, I have to distinguish that all the time. Perception is not fact. Just because we have an impression of something doesn't make it true. You know, it's, we're almost always wrong. You know, that's why perception is what it is. It's your perception. It doesn't mean it's fact or reality. Show what I need to see, please. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I do kind of feel, Capricorn, like this is the one that got away. That sucks. Like, man, I couldn't trust my sense of freedom or my trust. It's more like I couldn't trust my decision. I couldn't trust my own sense of freedom in this decision. Weighing up my personal happiness in this. Oh, this sucks, man. Of course, reverse energies as it applies. I say you because default reading, it's you. But it does not have to be. Reading for the collective is best, so it could just as easily be a reversal. You would know what's best. If somebody let you get away, there you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Show me that King of Cups, please. Show me that King of Cups, please. Show me that King of Cups, please. In the future, what we feeling? What we feeling? What King of Cups for King of Cups? Fuck off. Does that help you? King of Cups for King of Cups. Brilliant. Well, what's our truth then? What about it? What's the truth? Ace of Swords. Show me that Ace of Swords then. Dude, what's the truth here? What are we learning about our most emotionally mature selves? That we've been doing this a long time. Just blocking out as a matter of habit. Too many preoccupying thoughts. Somebody's learning this. We're learning that we just tend to do things out of habit. Overthinking. Overthinking our heart feelings. Okay. And then we have the King of Swords, Aquarian energy. It's a realization. We are prone to overthinking. We don't trust ourselves enough, particularly our heart space. Where it leads us and why. Show me this King of Wands, please. We overthink our heart space. It's just a matter of habit. It's a matter of habit. Seven of Swords. How so? How so? Blocking how? Show me. On guard. Five of Cups. Three of Cups. Interesting. The other person, this King of Wands character, they do not allow the sadness to show. They would like to see you. But they do not allow, there it is again, Six of Cups, underline that. I don't care how much friends you are. Okay. They do not allow the sadness to show, so that would also kind of explain your perception of them. If they do come off as that kind of King of Wands, I'm very confident, I know who I am, I know what I'm about energy. It would make sense then, especially if they're single, that you would just see them as being surrounded by competition, both emotional and sexual. That makes perfect sense to me. Who they really are, though, is that they block any notions of regret or sadness. They don't allow that to show about the connection they had with you. Oh, holy hell. I had to take a little dive under the table. Okay, so yes, they don't allow that regret. Again, this person kind of has a no apology attitude, but it's also because they're used to blocking those kind of thoughts, regret, remorse, you know. I know it went down between us. I took a chance on you. I got reduced to a friend. You know, they don't allow it to show. They don't. They got pride. They do. They got pride. That's one of the drawbacks to being the King of Wands, honey. They got pride. They don't let it show, but internally I can promise you they'd like to see you again. I'm going to go ahead and take a guess they have a kind of stiff lip on that. But they do. Yeah, they would. But yes, in fact, I think they look forward to it. Three of Wands, or they hope to. So I gotta remember to do a time check on that. Showing that Three of Wands, the anticipation to see you again. It's, look at that. It's, yeah, it's kind of their secret wish. They would like to see you again, but they kind of keep it quiet. They got a little fire inside for you, but they keep that quiet. The advice then is the Page of Swords. I'm going to go ahead and take a guess that means reach out. Page of Swords, please. Page of Swords, please. King of Cups, King of Cups. So I'm going to go ahead and take a guess. Your heart space is much fuller than it was. Learning to trust your heart space. Okay. If they are seeing other people, it's not the real deal. I can't help but interpret or feel rather that this is the interpretation of how you see them. If they're so hot, because they got King of Wands twice, right? Sex relevant tarot. If they are so hot and so commanding and ambitious, surely they got people just throwing themselves at them, right? They're actually not emotionally invested in anyone. They're literally not compromising their emotions with anybody. They want the Ace of Pentacles. They want the real deal, right? Showing that Page of Swords, please, is your advice. And I see that they are willing to talk to you. They're just not showing it, but they're hoping to. I'm gonna take out the whole damn deck here. Okay. We got the Knight of Wands, the Hierophant, Six of Cups, the Hanged Man. Well, come to find out, after all these years, feelings have not changed. Right? Understand that. Embrace it. Can we narrow down the Page of Swords, please? Narrow down the Page of Swords, please, as the advice, the workable advice. Understand and examine the fact that your feelings for this person have not changed. They do seem to be interested in seeing you again, and that is the truth, and that's what we're going to settle on. The Ace of Swords, it's our truth. You know, bring that sword energy into reality. Lay down a truth. Offer to get together. It would make you both happy to do so. Your overall is the Hermit. You've been in contemplation about this particular person's energy for a long time. Okay? It does look like they are available and interested in seeing you. They just don't show it. So you two might have some low-level communication value that would even give you a signal of that. It may not be strong. It may not be frequent, but it is there. And you know it. Okay? Slowly, but that's what I've been saying. Time has passed. So I'm not really feeling like this is someone you met a week ago. Okay? Time has passed and you've come to discern the truth. All right. It was a long time coming with that Hermit energy as your overall, which again, Temperance and Hermit are not too dissimilar from each other. Whereas the Hermit lives in the real world and traverses the mountains in the physical realm. The Temperance is an internal concept. Okay, a long time has passed and this kind of realization was a long time coming. In the past, Capricorn, honey, again, reverse energies as it applies. It's that simple. But in the recent past, you, as far as I can tell, you blocked a connection fairly early on in the game with the Six of Pentacles. There was the potential to move it forward with the Chariot energy there, but it did not. It did not move forward. It didn't. It got blocked. There's this idea of, I feel like I'm struggling to catch up to what you're expressing, or I don't know how to express to you. The inclination's there, but I feel like I'm chasing you emotionally, or I don't know how to express myself like you do. With that King of Wands energy that made itself apparent right away. There was too much self-doubt with that Seven of Swords surrounding this connection of the Six of Pentacles. We tried to keep it fair, practical, and balanced because we didn't know what else to do. There's this idea that somebody knows how to display themselves much more comfortably than the other person, and they just kind of concluded this isn't going to go anywhere. You know, you regret the disconnect. You. It's under your energy. That Five of Pentacles over you is something that you've been trying to heal from for some time. Okay. That Six of Cups, you knew him long enough. Time has passed, I know that. You knew him long enough to develop a Six of Cups, and they got reduced to that friend that you are convinced they have to be seeing people. They have to be. How could they not be? Right? They fine as hell. They're large and in charge. Their energy's just kind of firing hot like that. They're not emotionally invested in anybody. They're holding up for an Ace of Pentacles. And you in the future, your emotional confidence is soaring, which I'm very pleased to see. That King of Cups or the King of Cups, that's emotional confidence. I love it. I fucking love it, man. That's great. Your truth is that you had to learn the hard way that you often block without thinking about it. You would block without thinking about it because maybe you weren't so comfortable with the emotions in the past. That's changed. The other person, yeah, they would love to see you again. They would, but they ain't saying it. They kind of keep that under their hat. They do think about you, but they actively block the pain. It's like this person, I refuse to feel pain. I refuse to feel regret of the past. That's kind of their mentality, kind of very sports mentality. That kind of thing. It's their secret knowledge. Yeah, they like to see you again. Your advice is to reach out, Page of Swords, offer a little something, offer a little truth, and Ace of Swords. Because your overall says this was a long time coming. You've had a long time to think about this. You two have quite the history between you two. This is a span, like I said. I'm not saying something that's only a couple days or weeks out. This is a history between you two. It has a very specific opening. We tried to date and I blocked it. I didn't have the confidence for this. I didn't know how to be where you were. Or perhaps this other person was too outside the normative or too outside the box. Something like that. We didn't know how to trust our own personal sense of freedom and happiness. Okay, that's changing. Because now we have a big old truth right there with that Ace of Swords, yeah? They do seem to look forward to seeing you again. So I do believe it's going to happen. Can I get a time check, please? For some of you, that is simply September. September 2nd. That's quite literal. What's going on, please? Show me what I need to see, please. What's going on? Show me what I need to see, please. There's that good old Temperance again. For some of you, the 14th. Show me what I need to see, please. Okay, time please. Can I get a time check, please? Reconnection, show me when. Reconnection, please. Yeah, the 21st for some of you, the 19th, and then for some of you, Leo season, which you have already exited. There you are. So for some of you, the 15th, or in your season, Capricorn season. Hopefully it's not next summer, but I can't say that that's not a possibility. King of Swords, whenever you decide, or the time of Aquarius. Sure. Anything else, please? Any other time checks? I saw September already. King of Pentacles, the time of Taurus. For some of you. Also the time of harvest. He and the Empress, they typically represent harvest times. For some of you, again, the time of Aquarius. And then for others of you, simply August is when you're going to reconnect, or you've started making the motions to reconnect, and then also possibly 8 weeks, 8 days, something like that. That's for some of you, not all of you. Time checks are wide in tarot because collective. Okay, Capricorn, I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you get to reconnect with this person. They seem to have a good head on their shoulders. Yeah, they got pride though, but you know that. I do feel like this was a long time coming, and I hope you're able to make the most of this time with this person. How far it will go, I do not know, but I feel like it's been with you a long time, so in my estimation, it would be worth it. It would be worth it, if nothing else. Just to clear the air, talk about shit, catch up. Alright, take it from there, see what happens. Okay, Capricorn, I hope this was helpful to you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care, be well.